Alright guys, here we are at the boat doing a little maintenance here. My trim tab pump right here is leaking oil back there, and I don't know if you can see it there in the camera, but right behind the transom there you can see some of the oil splashing back there. So I'm thinking probably the reservoir is broken somewhere where the oil is leaking out and going down the transom wall there. So we're going to take this off, and we're going to replace the reservoir here. Stay tuned. The only thing you need to do to take off the pump off of the reservoir there's a screw that goes here with a strap that goes over to this side and another screw on this side here. So that's all it's holding this part to the reservoir cover. I already took that off to save some time, and we're going to pull the pump right out. All you have to do is just be careful taking it out. You've got wires and cables there with the hydraulics, so you just want to grab it, put it in the side there where it's not going to fall or break anything there. Okay, this is the reservoir right here, and this only comes out you sliding it up. So you slide it up like that, and you guys got to be careful with all the other stuff around it. And that's it. And we'll see here. I can see some oil coming out through here. I don't know if it's the gasket there may be bad. I see some oil here, and of course on the bottom there's oil everywhere. So I don't know where it's coming out from, but no matter, we're going to replace this whole unit and put a new one on there. Here we have the way that we're going to put the oil inside the new reservoir. And this is something you can buy at the hardware store, the marine store. This is what we use to put the lube on the outdrive. So you've probably seen this before. And this goes into the oil jug and pump it out. And this in here gives you a little smaller tube here, so you can fit it right here. This is where that oil needs to go into. So now we're going to do that next. And we're going to set up the oil, put this little thing inside here. And hopefully it'll reach, because what I'm seeing here is that that tube in there actually goes on this end here. So I think that's I don't know, let me see if it reaches. Hold on. Okay, it's probably pumping now. See if it reaches. There we go. As long as we get enough in there to that level that we need, we're good. And you can see the level right here. You have to put the oil line anywhere in that little crosshatch you see there. So let's bring it in there as much as we can. Let me see how much we can get in there. Right. Another note here. This one, the old one, has the little plug right here to cover that little hole where you put the oil into. This one doesn't bring one, so we're going to have to take this one off and put it on this one here and reuse that, because it doesn't come with one. This is the old one, and just put this to the side. And then we have the oil level within the crosshatch. We didn't have enough oil, but I think it's fine. It's like right around there, which is still good. Anywhere in here, you're good. So go ahead and put it back on the bracket. There we go. That's that. And then this part here, this is the actual pump. We're gonna make sure you put this little thing in the middle there and slide it into it. And there we go, and that's perfect right there. Then the next item is the part that I didn't show at the beginning. It's this little clip right here. That's what holds the pump to the reservoir. I'm gonna put this over here like this, and then put the screws in place there. Alright guys, this is important right here. When you do take off the pump off of the reservoir, there's the little gasket right there with a little hole, right? This tube goes into that, and make sure that this here, you see right here, that's the old gasket. Make sure you take that off before you put into the new reservoir. So let's take this out now, and there you go. And now we're going to put that tube, that's the pickup tube for the oil. You just put it into the new one. It's a little bit difficult because it's a new, but it'll slide right in afterwards. And there we go. the next one. And that's it. You don't want to over tighten this because this is plastic, and you could end up cracking the that little belt that holds down the pump to the reservoir. So you don't want to over tighten too much, but you have to tighten as much as you can so it won't stay loose. Okay, this one's good, and then this one here, I think it's fine right there. Okay, perfect. All right, this cover here, the Lexan cover, it was broken, so we're going to replace this as well. And you can get all these parts, the reservoir and this cover, in Amazon, and the link is going to be in the description of this video here, so you could find it there and get it whenever you need it. And this is all basic stuff. I mean, I don't think there's any different sizes. This is one size fits all, I guess, unless you have a different pump or something, maybe different. But all it is here is just a little screw on the top here that goes on this little belt that we just tied down with the 2 screws on each side. We're going to screw it into that right there. We have the new one, and it comes with this screw. It goes on the top here into that little belt that we just applied there. So this just slips on there on the top. It's a little difficult to get in there because you have wires and stuff all around it. So maybe that's why it broke to begin with, because they have some hoses behind it there that's giving it a little pressure. Okay, another thing that I found here with this old installation, this installation has been done about like 18 years ago when they built this boat, and you can see the wires coming out to the side of the cover right there, and that tells me how that cover broke the first time. You can see it right there. It broke right in the same spot because they pushed it in and forced it and cracked it, and then in time it just fell off into the bilge there. So that's going to be difficult. I don't know if this is a design flaw. They should have had like a little cutout here for these wires to get out without any problems, unless there's something I'm missing or they had some other way of doing it. But I don't see any other way where those cables, these electrical wires, would come out of there without any holes. I mean, I just don't see it. But anyway, that's another thing you may have to worry about if you have one like this. And then we're just going to put the screw on the top here just to hold it down in place, and hopefully that side won't break like the other one did. All right, we're done. After you put the new reservoir, you filled it with the oil, you put everything back in place like we just did. The next thing is testing them. You have to test everything, make sure all your trim tabs are working properly before you go out on the water next time. So since we're here on the hard, we're gonna go ahead and test them now before we get in the water. Hey, that way.
Oh yeah.
Let me know when they go down all the way. No, I want to go back up. That's it.
Now is a great time to like and subscribe. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button below, and you'll be part of the Keys Boating Channel family. Thank you so much for your support.